Hi everyone, welcome back to Andy Talks. So let me tell you about myself. I am Anand. So I'm gonna be a host in the Andy Talks. I'm a photographer by profession. I'm a dancer, a singer, a storyteller, an artist, and much more. You will get to know. What is Andy Talks all about? So let me tell you the story behind Andy Talks. Andy Talks is an initiative that I took to connect and communicate with people the thoughts that most of the modern generation have. So Andy is a character that I created to portray all this thoughts to the world. So let me tell you more about who Andy really is. So Andy is just a person like you, a normal person with normal days and normal problems, but he has a mind that never stays quiet. So he wasn't born special, he wasn't born fearless, he wasn't born with a perfect life, but he always asked the questions that most people try to avoid. So Andy Stocks is all about the person who asks different questions. Take this journey with Andy and see what all he has to speak. Take a deep breath. Today, it isn't about motivation. It isn't about hustling. It isn't about positivity. Today is about clarity. About the moment you realize you are living but not listening to yourself. And if you are someone who overthinks, who feel very deeply, and if you have been very strong for too long, and this is just for you. Andy was not born with answers, but he was born with questions. Not normal questions like, what do I do? What do I become? But very dangerous ones. Why does it feel wrong even when it looks right? Why do I feel empty even when I'm winning? And why do people hide their real self behind confidence? And Andy used to watch the world like a silent observer. People laughed, but inside they felt very tired. People smiled, but inside they were literally breaking. People said, I'm fine, but their eyes told something else. And Andy suddenly realized the world is filled with noise, but just everyone are not hearing to it. And one day, Andy had this thought that changed him. A thought of a person that is really strong, very similar to himself, collapsed from inside. Not because the person was weak, because they have been carrying too much for very too long. And that's when Andy understood. Sometimes the problem is not in life. Sometimes the problem is how we think about life. So he started studying everything: science, psychology, philosophy, human nature, stories, not to become a genius, but to become someone who can tell, I get you. Andy's talk didn't start for me to be famous. It started so that a personality called Andy can reflect to people to make them understand how easy life is and why we are making it very difficult for ourselves. Andy started the show because he felt something missing, even in me too. So people don't need motivation, they need clarity. And people don't need fake positivity, they need real understanding. And people don't need perfect advice, they need new ways to see. And Andy decided to become a voice for that. For the ones who overthink, for the ones who are silent fighters, for the ones who are tired of being strong. Andy just doesn't tell be better. He asks, better for what? Better for whom? And better at what cost? Andy's talk isn't about motivation. It's about contrast thinking, light and shadow, truth and illusion, confidence and ego, love and attachment, discipline and obsession. So he doesn't give you answers. He gives you a mirror. So Andy's talks is for anyone who wants to upgrade their mind, and not by copying others, but by understanding themselves. Because the truth is, the world will try to define you, but your mind is the only place where you can rewrite yourself. And Andy is here for one and only reason: to help you think better, live clearer, and to become unstoppable. So before you go, take these dangerous questions with you. Are you living in your truth or someone else's approval? I am your host and host, Anand. Until I see you next time, always remember, it's infinitude.